Anyway, so we better...
Are we getting off the point here?
Well, this one is amazing. This is the one you've got your eye on?
This one as well, yeah. I love the Caribbean. Well, I mean, all of them, really, but
well,
this is to the Far East, which is a bit special.
It is. It's with Princess Cruises, 16 nights on board the Sapphire Princess. Let's take you on board and talk you through.
Princess Cruises first set sail in 1965 with a single ship cruising to Mexico. Today, the line has grown to become the third largest cruise line in the world. Princess is known for being a bit of an industry innovator, because over the years they've introduced so many new features and experiences on board their ships that have been so popular, other cruise lines are now copying them. Among them are affordable balconies on many of the ship's outside cabins, as well as 24-hour dining, and a choice of dining venues and flexible dining times. Princess ships also debuted features such as movies under the stars and the Sanctuary adults-only Oasis. In the fitness centre, you'll find all the latest equipment, plus a range of classes including cycling, Pilates, yoga, stretch and abs. But if chilling out and being pampered is more your thing, then you might want to head up here, to the tranquil environment of the Lotus Spa. With a menu of dozens of calming and rejuvenating treatments, the Lotus Spa is guaranteed to be one of the highlights of your cruise. Throughout the day on your Princess Cruise, the chefs are busy preparing your next memorable meal. All bread, cakes and pastries are baked 3 times a day. All sauces are prepared by hand. Specialty restaurants include Sabatini's, Princess's signature Italian restaurant. The Crown Grill offers a variety of premium beef and seafood dishes. But tonight's formal night and I've decided to eat in the main restaurant. As I'm booked on anytime dining, I can just turn up and eat at whatever time I like. Princess are known for their dynamic and exciting production shows, with some of the largest casts at sea. Tonight we've got a 70s theme with Blame It on the Boogie. All shows are produced in-house and feature lively music and stunning choreography, featuring one of the largest casts at sea. As well as shows, you can enjoy a night of stand-up comedy, a game show, a sing-song in the piano bar, a romantic dance, or just a quiet night with friends in a lounge bar. Something completely different. How about a movie under the stars? It's a signature feature of all Princess ships, and it's a great way to end the day.
Well, again, another beautiful ship and a great experience. Princess has got such a fantastic reputation in the industry. OK, are we ready for this one?
We're ready. It's another biggie, this one.
We think it's, well, Planet Cruise now, it's one of the best trips we've ever had to the Far East when you break it down at this price. So, are you ready? This could be, if you've been thinking, I really want a trip to the Far East, this could be yours tonight. And it starts off with a flight, of course, to Singapore, doesn't it?
Yeah, so you fly overnight and then you transfer to a hotel for one night. So, yes, you're in Singapore. Very exciting start to your trip. You've got basically the main island, and then it's surrounded by 60 little sort of islets is actually the word. And it's sultry, it's tropical, it's humid, it's busy. There's so much going on. It's actually a really big, densely populated city with big skyscrapers and loads to see. You could go to Orchard Road. Basically, you've got 3 areas that are worth visiting in Singapore, sort of split into 3. So you've got Orchard Road, then you've got the Colonial District, and then you've got Sentosa. So those are the places I'd head to. You've also got famous Raffles Hotel as well to go and have a drink there. And then you're transferring to the ship for 13 nights cruising.
And just before we do, just another quick look at, of course, Singapore, because so we are there for that extra night, aren't we?
Well, we are, and, you know, there is so much to do. You have got those 3 different areas to look at, but you could also go and visit. If you want to get that feeling of being in the Far East, there are loads of temples that you can go and visit. You can go, the shopping is unreal, really fantastic, and that's all down at Orchard Road as well. You could go and do a little Singapore River cruise as well before the big cruise, which is quite interesting.
And I just think it's nice, you know, if you didn't have that night in Singapore, you'd literally be flying to Singapore and then getting straight on the ship, so you've just got time to get a good taste of it.
It's nice as well when you've had a long flight, get to your hotel, kind of shower, go and have a look around. There is Universal Studios you could go and visit as well. Do a little bit of sightseeing, all in the knowledge that you're about to go off on this relaxing cruise. So absorb it, take it in. The nightlife is stunning, and you want to go out at night because the lights, the atmosphere, you need to soak it all up, really.
So, we've had our taste of Singapore, and then, of course, we're transferred to, of course, the port, and you embark this fabulous ship, the Sapphire Princess.
Yes.
And you've got, say, first day at sea, haven't you?
Yes, indeed. And then it's day 5, you arrive, day 5 of the whole trip, you arrive in Jakarta, which is the capital of Indonesia. And again, if you've never been to the Far East, it's a culture shock in a good way. It's bustling, it's vibrant. Your senses will be quite overwhelmed by different smells and all the big malls and the museums, or you can escape the city and visit islands as well, so it's up to you. Then you've got a day at sea, and then day 7, you arrive in Bali.
Yes, and you overnight as well.
You've got an overnight on board, which is fabulous because there's so much to do and see in Bali. I mean, if you go to a place called Kuta, there's such a scene. There really is. There's like clubs that go all night. You've got expat bars. You've got travellers. You've got quite a lot of Australians here who go and do their holidays here and they're travelling. You can go and have surf lessons here, or you could go and have a completely different vibe. You could go to Tanalot, where you've got this temple and it kind of rises out of the surf and it's absolutely magical and romantic. Go and take pictures at sunset and really enjoy that. You could go, I mean, there's so much you could do. You could go snorkelling around the islands. You've got the volcanic Mount Batur. Shall I stop?
No, yes. You better do, Gemma, because we've only got a few minutes left, actually. And Komodo Island is next, famous for the Komodo dragon,
Famous for the Komodo dragons, yeah. The island is named after them. You wouldn't want to go too near one, but go and visit them in Komodo National Park.
Oh, here's one for you, Gemma.
Have we got a picture of one? Look at those.
But,
amazing.
I really want to see one.
Yeah, and you can go and see a whole park, and then there's also Pink Beach is really worth visiting there as well. And then day 10, you're at Lombok, and then days 11 and 12 at sea, and then you're back in Singapore on day 13. And then you're in Malaysia, so there are so many wonderful destinations within this cruise. And in Penang, in Malaysia, I mean, look, you'll see from the pictures, you really are far away from home here in the Orient. Go and see some culture. Go and see the reclining Buddha, which is beautiful, or the botanical gardens, or the Penang butterfly farm is worth doing as well. Then we're in Kuala Lumpur, and then back to Singapore, where you disembark, transfer to the airport and fly back overnight.
Wow, so I've never been to the Far East, and that, to me, well, I know it's one of the best priced trips we've ever had.
Yeah, I mean, just flights alone, Sean, can sometimes cost you £1,000 to a place like that, honestly, to Singapore, for instance.
And if you missed the beginning of the show, we've got some very exciting news on the single price on this one. I'll tell you about that in a second. Just have a final look at this wonderful ship, of course, the Sapphire Princess from Princess Cruises. Excellent standards, great reputation in the industry, and you could be on this ship the 11th of January 2015. Now, let's tell you about that single special here. So, you've got your return flights, of course. We can provide flights from most UK airports. You've got the overnight on board in Bali, but look at this, a single special that's been specially put together by Planet Cruise, 1699. That really is one of the best. Well,
that's a fantastic offer, yeah. And I really would leap on that if you're going on your own. That's a great price there for the single.
And we should say there's always fairly limited availability in single prices. We've had good ones lately. They've just been going so quickly.
We've tried deliberately, haven't we, to get some good ones, actually, because it is so important.
And there is an alternative 13-night setting, by the way, on the 5th of December, if that's better for your diary as well. That's only 1399 as well. Now, if you are new to the show, well, it's very important to say all of the cruises and the hotel stays, they're all quality assured. So that means they're ATOL and APTA protected. Your money is always safe with us, of course. All overseas transfers. Hotels will be quality hand-picked hotels in central locations with great reviews online as well. And flights with world-renowned airlines. And excursion-wise, we've mentioned throughout the show, we can sort these out for you at a fraction of the price as well.
Yeah, and if you're trying to sort out that itinerary yourself, you imagine the headache of trying to find places to stay or to sort it all out. So lovely. Again, you get on the ship and you go, and you have no worries at all.
Yeah, all organised and all affordable as well.